Alright, what's up, guys? Watched the game last night, 27-20. Houston got absolutely embarrassed by the Jacksonville Jaguars, who are the second worst team in the league. And first of all, I'm going to start with a game recap at first, and then after that, I'll get more in depth of how I feel like people have played, what needs to get changed, and other news that's going on for the team. So the game started, first half. They just destroyed us the first half. They ran right down our throats. They got near the end zone, and Jared Henney threw a touchdown to Mercedes Lewis. The rest of the first half, Houston did nothing. Didn't score at all. Not second half, first quarter actually. Second quarter starts, and Jacksonville has the ball. Jacksonville goes on the field, scores again. Cecil Shorts gets a touchdown on Jonathan Joseph. The rest of the second quarter, they pretty much went back and forth on who was going to score. Went back and forth, but none of them really did anything. And then with like a minute and a half left, Houston scored with Keyshawn Martin with like a minute 50 left. And then at the end of the second quarter, they sneaked in a field goal. I'm pretty sure that was after the DJ Swearinger taunting penalty, which I don't get why you're taunting with losing. And you literally had like 3 personal fouls against you, and you hurt this team more than anyone else could. So I don't know if the coaches what they're going to do, but they should probably bench him because he is killing our team. And now for the third quarter, Houston started off. Pretty sure Houston got the ball. They brought down the field and kicked the field goal with Randy Bullock. Then the next drive for Jacksonville, they started to drive. Got Houston on it was like a screen pass kind of thing. Ace Sanders caught it, ran probably near the end of the tackle box, and threw a touchdown to Jordan Todman. Jordan Todman. And then at the end of the third quarter, Matt Shaw, who came in, who's fast-pacing he was like more of a fast-paced guy when he came in. He threw a touchdown to Garrett Graham. Fourth quarter starts off, Houston kicked another field goal. They could have scored a touchdown, but a holding by Ben Jones, I think it was, negated that, and then they kicked the field goal, and then at the end of the game with 25 seconds left, they kicked the field goal, and then Houston got the ball back one more time, and Matt Shaw threw a pick. So that's how it is. Now going to the actual team. You could probably take every guy off this defensive team besides J.J. Watt, and I would have no problem with that. Because nobody on this team produces like he does. And no player compares to how good he is, how hard he plays, and how not stupid he is when it comes to penalties. These guys love to hold people, pass interference, unsportsmanlike conduct, face masks. The team had over 175 yards in penalties. There's no chance you're going to win a football game if you have over 100, or even over 50 penalty yards. Most people don't win the game. We had over 175. There's no chance we're going to win a game. The DBs are terrible. They can't cover anyone. I don't get how you can't cover anyone. The safeties let people burn them all the time. You're supposed to be the deepest man on the field on the pass play. And Shiloh Cayo especially has got burned a couple times. And one of them they should have caught for a touchdown was Cecil Shorts, and they just overthrew him. Swearinger, Kareem Jackson, they both are terrible. They both can't tackle. They both can't cover. They always are looking for a flag. Come on, what are you doing? It's more of Jackson because he's been there for so long. You've been there for 4 or 5 years and you're still terrible. And we drafted you in the first round, so you make the organization look stupid when they draft you in the first round. You look like shit. Swearinger, he's still a young player, but he's still making those stupid boneheaded plays they did at South Carolina. He'll probably get benched next week because he had a couple plays that really killed this team, and he really was hurting us. And his coverage skills were shown to be pretty bad, especially when him and Daryl Sharpton both were covering Mercedes Lewis, and they both couldn't find the ball, and there was like a 30, 40-yard play. Now to the linebackers. These linebackers besides Cushion, they should literally release all the middle inside linebackers. Daryl Sharpton, you're terrible. You suck. Joe Mays, I don't think Joe Mays played that much last night. If he did, I didn't see him on the field, so he sucks too. Then it goes to the other outside linebackers, Whitney Merciless and Brooks Reed. I know they've only been there for 2 or 3 years, but they have not produced at all this year. They both lack like the pass rush. They both can't get upfield, and then when they do, and when they get run, they can't get off run blocks either. So this team's starting to get torched on run blocks, and I think it might be time for a change now that then they're gonna probably get a new coach who's probably not gonna. They might switch like 4-3, 3-4, so they might be done already. And quite frankly, they haven't shown to live up to the hype that they were. A first-round pick and a second-round pick, and they haven't done absolutely anything. So I wouldn't be surprised to see what happens with them. And then D-line, it's usually Watt, who plays like an absolute beast every week. They have Earl Mitchell's not that bad, and Jared Crick, who comes in, he's a developmental guy. He'll be better in a couple of years if he's still there. But basically right now, this defense, out of all the starters, the only one I really want back is J.J. Watt. Because no one else can do anything, really. They all have killed this team. Missed tackles, missed coverages, penalties. Kareem Jackson, he cannot go a game without having a pass interference or holding, and it just kills our team, and he's just garbage. It's simple as that. Now the offense looks like crap every week. Besides New England, they look good, but come on. When you can't score against Jacksonville and you struggle to score against Jacksonville, the second worst team in the league, with the ranked, couldn't only match how bad their defense is ranked too. And both quarterbacks showed mediocrity. Case Keenum had drives that was terrible, then he threw a touchdown, then he got benched. Then Matt Schaub came in, had a big drive, threw a touchdown. Another drive he was driving, and then they had a penalty, kicked a field goal, and at the end of the game showed his true colors, throwing a pick. So the quarterback situation right now is abysmal, if you ask me. And besides that, the running backs they have their games that they go off, and there's games that they barely show up. This is more of the fact that they just never give the running backs the ball because they're already in the hole. So, Ben Tate didn't have that bad of a game for like how many rushes he had, but like I wouldn't be surprised they traded him for trying to get some value because some team would probably want him. Receivers and tight ends have played good every week so far, even when they lose. Andre Johnson, DeAndre Hopkins, Owen Daniels, when he's healthy, he's good. Garrett Graham played good, and Ryan Griffin, the rookie from UConn, played pretty good last night too. Offensive line has looked so bad this year. Dwayne Brown is supposed to be a Pro Bowl. He gets destroyed every game. Wade Smith played okay. Chris Myers is still good. And then that right side of the line, it doesn't matter who you put in there. Ryan Harris, Derek Newton, Ben Jones, Brandon Brooks. All four of those guys should not be starting on this team. They all suck. And quite frankly, they need to address this in the draft because this is their Achilles heel right now is their right side of the offensive line. So when you look at this team, it's they're trying to say it's not rebuilding, but for this defense, it's going to be rebuilding because they have a bunch of guys that can't play. And they have a couple of veterans they got to let go. And so today, Houston fired Gary Kubiak, which should have happened a while ago. They've lost 11 straight games. It's embarrassing. I'm not gonna just trash the guy. Like he had a good 8 years in Houston, and brought us to 2 playoff berths. Got ousted in the second round both times, but it's what it is. Like I don't have any hard feelings. He was a good coach for a couple of years, but it's just time for a change. It's business, people. People get fired. Now I've heard Bob McNair said the 2 choices are it's going to be NFL coach, and the 2 choices I've heard were Ken Wisenhunt and Lovie Smith. Wisenhunt's an offensive coach, and Lovie Smith's a defensive coach. I think I'd rather have Wisenhunt because he's still in the NFL, like still coaching offense. Lovie Smith's been out for a couple of years, and also I feel like this defense is starting to. They get the pieces to go. They can start being good, and Wisenhunt's more of a QB quarterback coach guy, so he'll see like if maybe Case Keenum will be the future of this team. Draft wise, if they pick Wisenhunt, I don't think they would pick Teddy Bridgewater because I feel like he would know that he's not going to be the answer for this franchise, and maybe just pick someone in the later rounds. And if I feel like they have Lovie Smith, who's a defensive coach, he'd probably pick Jadeveon Clowney. I'm not saying it. I'd probably still rather have Wisenhunt because he's a better coach, I feel like, in my mind, than Lovie Smith. But I don't know. Hopefully, it's all going to matter until they pick a new coach, because Wade Phillips is definitely not going to be the new head coach, because he sucked in Dallas as a head coach. And the games that he interimed in, they just played like crap. So next week I'll be watching the Indianapolis game at 1 o'clock. Go Texans, and get a new video up next week, or maybe I'll get another video of just a new video every week. Alright, peace guys.